The objective of this demo will cover how to create SQL Performance Investigator agents for monitoring. The demo will focus on adding the Performance Investigator extension after the agent connection details has been set up. For assistance with setting up the agent connection details part, please consult videos how to set up a single agent for monitoring using the simple mode, or how to set up multiple agents using the advanced mode, depending on the type of deployment desired. As a setup reference, review the prerequisites and requirements. Also consult the Foglight guides mentioned below. To add agents, log into the Foglight web console with your Foglight user and click on Databases to access the Databases dashboard. Click on Monitor and select SQL Server. The Monitor SQL Server Instance Setup GUI should display in a simple mode format, requesting the needed setup configurations for creating a single instance. A similar screen exists at the Set Credentials step within the Edit Credentials dialog box to add the SQL PI extension using the Discover Multiple SQL Server Instances to create multiple SQL Performance Investigator agents in a setting. Click on Use this option to discover multiple SQL Server instances. Review the informational eyes for reference when setting the connection details. Proceeding with configuring under the SQL Server connection portion. The Agent Manager host specifies the Agent Manager defaulted to use to discover the instance. Enter the connection details for the instance. The connection parameters for this demo is against a default instance. Insert in this format, host / instance name. The port optional defaults to 1433. For Windows authentication, enter in the domain / user and password. The current alarm sensitivity level is acceptable for this presentation. Under the Monitoring Extension section is where to add extension features such as SQL PI. Before adding the Performance Investigator extension, become familiar with the features and how to obtain the add-on license if it hasn't been done. Included in this version is a 30-day trial key for the Performance Investigator add-on extension. To add the SQL PI extension, check the box and another container pops up showing a picked list of agent managers reporting into the Foglight Management Server that are possible candidates for Performance Investigator repository hosts. Included are the agent manager names and the corresponding OSs. And if there are pre-existing PI repositories from another instance, creation on that agent manager is now indicated by a green check mark, which is also available to add the agent to that existing repository. Take heed of the noting and necessary recommendations and hardware sizing referencing link. Consequently, the PI repository can support up to 100 instances with the proper resource sizing. For this demo, the Agent Manager selected host will not have an existing PI repository to show what's involved with that part of the agent creation. Select the qualified Agent Manager and click Apply. The process will verify the system requirements. If the Agent Manager selected fails to meet the requirements, another informing box will pop up indicating with some options. This step may not occur if the Agent Manager host chosen already has a pre-existing SPI repository. Click Monitor. Configuration starts. Within the process, connection details and credentials are getting validated. The setting up text indicates PI repository creation. Since the Agent Manager host selected did not have an existing PI repository, if the selected Agent Manager host did have an existing PI repository, the setup text may not mention a PI repository. Instead, in the background, link the agent to the chosen host manager's existing SQL PI repository. Once completed, the Initialize Successfully monitoring pop-up is indicated. There's a choice of adding another database in which will take you back to the setup screen or click Finish. The new agent is now created and viewable in the database's dashboards. After a couple of collection intervals, the dashboard should become fully populated with associated metrics. Furthermore, there is an entry in the database's SQL PI dashboard. Finally, The monitor status shows PI is enabled.